Hello, everybody. Welcome back to D&D, as it's been almost a month since the last time we played this for various reasons. So, part of that was power issues, which we fixed and won't be a problem again. Still have internet stuff, but that's besides the point. So, if we go offline, we'll be back in about 2 minutes at worst. So, just keep that in mind. Um, and we will go from there. But anyways, it's good to be back with everybody. And let me double check. I think everybody's where they need to be. And yes, they are. But we're gonna get started because we're gonna finish a little early tonight because we have people who definitely have to get up in the morning, and I don't want to keep them up too late. So, without further ado, Adrian's gonna give our lovely recap as always, and then we'll get started.
Super short version, we're on a boat. Slightly less short, we leave again from Port Nyanzaru and set sail for Samarak via Jahaka Bay. It's going to be about 4 days. So on our first day, we were attacked by two Marid. A rather heated battle. A few heroic moments and a water elemental later, we defeat the creatures. We saw the shadow of a very large dragon on the second day, but luckily didn't get attacked by it. Or ask it out on a date this time. On the morning of the third day, we also got attacked, but this time by pirates, whom we also dispatched pretty handily, looting their ship yields a sum of 90 some gold and some wares. And that's about, I think we burned the ship, and that's about where we ended it.
Yeah, so we're kind of on a bit of a hex crawl as we're kind of going across the sea, dealing with the things off the different coasts and stuff like that. As the party is as he said, was working their way towards the area of Jahaka Bay, or which I had the map up and I threw it away. That was dumb. All right, 1 second.
I did my homework this time.
You did.
Oh, kind of.
There we go. All right, so yeah, the Jahaka Bay is where the ship, the Ubtal's Way, was found. You're kind of given that information, and that's where you guys are heading. So, you guys are on the morning of the fourth day, I believe. So, the next day, you guys should have probably arrived in Jahaka Bay itself, uh, pending no disasters or anything like that. So we're gonna do another little crawl here as we have you guys check some stuff here. So, if you can, I forget whoever rolled the last one, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll just have Murray roll me a d20, please.
God damn it, that was the not me knows. Okay.
I'll roll it. Give me the dice.
I got it.
Oh.
I got it.
Oh, too late.
Oh, okay. Hey,
No.
better than mine. 17.
I didn't roll it. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I didn't
Okay.
see anything.
Heard that all the time in Jamaica. Wasn't me. Yeah. 17. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully my little game log will actually work this time because it didn't the other night, which was weird. All right. And then next up is Adrian.
D20?
Yep.
Just giving it to Chaos Boy, huh? Also 17.
Also 17. Okay. So
I rolled a 1 last time, man. Giving it to Murray first was the mistake.
it was quiet. You guys have made some pretty good time. I think it's Murray's giving you guys a little bit of extra headwind. That's kind of kept you guys moving a little quicker. So, which is why you guys get there a little bit quicker. So by
I've got both control winds and gust and all that stuff.
Dawn of the next morning, you see the sunlight kind of change as you are kind of sliding a direction. And the captain tells you that you guys are making your way to the mouth of Jahaka Bay. I believe you were given the map of in a point to where the wreckage was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys make your way further in, and you can see the bay itself is it's considerably smaller than the Nyanzaru. and there's nothing that's kind of blocking the mouth. There's no giant dragon turtle you have to worry about appeasing here, but you do see there's large mountains to the north and to the south. The mountain range kind of go to the south. Going on the north is just it's rocky and it goes almost straight up from the water. There's a little bit of forest there, which is where the wreckage was found. To the south, you actually can see smoke coming from up parts of the mountains. You believe there's a volcano or something potentially there, but there's smoke billowing out of the tops of one of the mountain in that range. So you guys make your way over. It says the captain asks, so do y'all need one of the little dinghies to head off the shore, or do you want us to pull as close as possible and you're going to swim?
Probably dinghies. That sounds the other option sounds a bit dangerous in case we need to get the fuck out of Dodge again.
All
No,
right.
I never thought about it, but what? Why can't you make a Tensis floating disc target somebody else?
What?
Never
You know,
mind.
that keeps me up at night too. You know, I've always wondered what if the tension disc just worked for someone else. You know.
I don't even know.
Gavin just shrugs, lost in thought.
So while your eyes are having that conversation, you see the crew starting to take the smaller little boats off to the side and lower them down towards the water with rope.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go for some recon, and I'm gonna get to the edge. I'm gonna turn into an octopus, and then like and fall off into the water, and it my way to the beach.
Okay.
Just kind of get a rough idea what's in the water. If
The
there's anything,
water,
if it's super deep, yeah.
it's deep enough that a boat can sit in there without problem. But it's not like super deep. You can get to the bottom without too much trouble. There are numerous wildlife around. No predators that you can see as of right now.
Yeah. Well, predators, you never see them.
But you're about 150 feet to shore.
Okay. I'm gonna start squirting my way towards the beach.
Okay. So you get to the beach. It's the area to the southwest is kind of flat as you get towards the beach. But you can see it pretty quickly goes to forest, and then the mountain just rises up right behind it. The mountain's pretty craggy, clear, sheer cliffs. It's not necessarily an easily scalable. It's very craggy.
Okay. I'm gonna beach myself and then hold two tentacles up, kind of like an octopus thumbs up.
I'm gonna guess that means good things.
Or touchdown.
Yeah, I just like lean over to the group. So here's a thought. How exactly does one beach a ship way the fuck up there by the tree line?
I mean, it probably has to do with the tides.
Well, yes, but
Maybe a storm
maybe.
or help from something in the water.
Don't love that. Valid, but don't love it. Cat, thoughts? Anything? Coca?
Kraken?
Great. Tagging on with Sahiri then. I love it. I love it. I don't know. The last one was kind of cute. So
And we saw a dragon too, so there are options of things that we know in the area that could potentially. There are more dragon turtles. You piss it off, it's gonna do things to you. I mean, goal: don't piss any of those things off.
good goal.
I'm gonna unoctopus and with my staff start drawing in the sand, and I'm gonna start ritual casting commune with nature.
Okay.
Just rowing our
I'm
ways
just on the
there,
beach
right?
going, yeah.
How long does that
You
take
motherfucker,
to
I
ritual
need
cast that?
thou.
Commune with nature. Casting time 1 minute. Ritual
So-
10 plus 1, 11 minutes.
So 11
Yeah.
minutes. Okay. So by about the time you finish, the rest of the party has made it to shore. What I never remembered some of these spells. Commune with nature.
I get basically information within 3 miles of me because we're in the open. I get up to 3 facts. Terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants is what I'm looking for. I want to know. Ooh, okay. Prevalent animals and prevalent peoples, if there are humanoids here, basically.
Okay.
And whether or not there are undead anywhere. That's basically it. Within 3 miles of me.
Within 3 miles.
What?
And it doesn't give it actual specifics. Let me see.
No, it just tells me I gain knowledge of the fact up to 3 facts of my choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area. For example, you can determine the location of powerful undead in the area, the location of
Okay.
any major sources of safe. So it would kind of ping in like a general direction within 3 miles if there's like, because like, well, one is actually no. You know what? I just want to know if there are humanoids. Period. And what
Yes.
prevalent animals there are.
So you'll
Like, what are the
get
prevalent animals.
you will get that there are definitely humanoids nearby. You get that the primary animal type that's out in this area are dinosaurs.
Okay. And
So
are there
reptilian.
any see, it says powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, so I guess I have to word it, are there any powerful undead?
Powerful, no.
Okay. I mean, I
Yikes.
wouldn't get the I wouldn't get the caveat in that but okay, cool. I mean, there's no powerful undead, so no lich. Cool. All right. Cool.
Always a plus.
Hey, there's people around and lots of dinosaurs, but there's no super powerful undead.
You
Take
guys
from
are
that
back.
what you will.
You guys are in the jungle now. We'll check this. No, not that one. That's more town.
Oh, it's a little. That's battle music.
It's a little more town too.
Or maybe Murray made himself a grass skirt and he's doing a hula. Who knows, man?
I don't care what it is. It's a jam.
So yes, you guys are have made it up to shore, and you've seen Murray's given you guys this bit of information.
Okay. Um. So, does anyone have any ideas of how we can sort of do research? I mean, we're kind of here to check on the ship that supposedly Coco was on as an eggie. How do we do that when that was like 18 years ago? 18? 17? How old are you now?
I mean, it's pretty easy actually.
Is
Is
it?
anything dead around here? Graves, people? Sahiri, are you able to tell?
Can find undead
Does that work?
in the area 60 feet as long as they're not behind cover or protected.
I mean, I can take to the air, fly around, and keep a perimeter. But
I mean,
other than that, you guys just got to search the beach for a shipwreck.
I mean, I'm just thinking of trying to find a dead body to talk to. Maybe one that died around 18 years ago with the ship.
Coco's 14, but we did spend those 3 years in the Feywild. Oops.
So 17.
Hmm.
If we do find a body with its
Plus-
jaw intact, I can potentially speak with it.
What if somebody
Um,
actually buried someone and actually performed rites to Kalemvor? Would you be able to sense that energy?
Maybe. I guess it's all up to what Kellenvor is going to do for me on this day.
The look.
I can and this is new for Sahiri, but I do have the divine intervention Um,
Ooh.
but
We're at a
that's
loss. Please.
specifically asking Kalimvor for help, and it may or may not work. Um, so I kind of would
More
prefer
likely
not
not
to do
than-
that unless we really need that Hail Mary.
My idea was just like seeing like what Sahiri's
Yeah.
naturally able to tune into, right?
I mean, I can sit there and meditate and see what I come up with, but it's not something I've ever really tried before. So
It's up to you.
I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if we spend another 10 minutes or so, sitting out here.
No, it's been 17 years. Fuck it. Take a day.
On the map, where are we? Are we on that very tip of the peninsula, or are
So-
we close, like in
No.
between the peninsula, the tip, and the mouth of the river?
You're on the northern side of the bay, the northwestern side of the bay. So there's a little like inlet that kind of comes in a little bit.
Oh, okay, that part there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're there. Oh, okay.
I gotta look at what the player version is. Hold on, because
Copy.
it's a little different from what I see. Yeah, there's like a little. You were able to row into there. The ship is so there's two hexes. There's one where that little inlet is, and then there's one that's in the middle, just past it. That's where the ship is. You guys were able to get into that little inlet
Okay.
because that's close to
From-
the area where on the map where you were told that they found the ship. So, you guys. So you're taking 10 minutes to sit there and basically commune with Keller. Roll me a D100. Um, it's a pretty good roll. You get the sense that there are a number of bodies buried. In fact, you almost get the sense of callous burial having been done a little bit north, closer to the edge of the mountain than you guys from where you guys are. Probably about 100 feet away. For whatever reason, it seems like there's a lot of potentially a number of bodies that have been buried there. Not
Like a sense that I need to go put those souls at rest?
Possibly.
Or... Okay. So I will sort of point and indicate that we could be walking into undead. I can take the time if we want as we get closer to determine, or we can just go in and do what we do.
I mean, I like the idea of just going in and do what we do, but
Yeah, I love
And I-
blowing shit up.
I think Garvin at that point kind of looks to Coco, just trying to determine what she's doing, because if she's about to kind of dart off into the wilderness and skirt and be sneaky, he's gonna follow suit. Because she's usually the one more reserved than the rest of us when it comes to fights too. So he's trying to take a cue from her.
So we're on a beach, and at the where the beach ends, is it dense jungle or what are we looking at? I know that you mentioned there were cliffs.
So it's not really the super dense jungle, but it is definitely jungle. If you're actually looking at the map, there's which I can relink you guys the map that you guys have.
Are we talking like a mass
it's
burial,
pinned.
Okay.
or like individual graves?
So you don't get the feeling that it's individual.
Okay. Great.
That's messy.
I mean, if everybody sort of died at once, I could see in a dire
Yeah.
situation doing
And
that.
it-
But
Yeah.
I mean, a salvaging crew wouldn't exactly always take the time to.
But essentially, we're looking at a rainforest of sorts. Yes.
Yes, this is all still definite jungle. It's just you've got the edge. So as with a lot of those type of areas, there's mountain ranges that almost surround the entire peninsula that lead to the jungle being in the center of the entire area. So you're getting little outskirts of these jungles pop up, and you have and then small little valleys of places here and there. So it's a pretty diverse area. But where you guys are at, you guys are close to this mountain range, and then there's a little spot of forest also, little spot of jungle that kind of stretches to the northeast.
And is it in the direction of the jungle that Sahiria is sensing the
Uh,
dead body?
the jungle itself is not exactly. You're getting a little bit of dispersed trees, but there's nothing like thick of where she's heading. It seems like it's closer to the edge of one of the mountain cliffs.
Okay. Coco sees that Garvin is looking at her, so she's gonna look back and point up, as in she's gonna do
Right.
some aerial surveillance.
Garvin gets a nod. My question then for you is: this is good enough for a wood elf to stealth in, though? Yes.
It's woods. It's considered
Yeah.
still forest, even though
Yeah.
it's technically jungle. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
would
There's
still-
enough natural phenomena for me to move
Correct.
between. Okay, so I'm gonna follow under Coco and stealth beneath, just in case she finds herself in trouble.
And I'm gonna tap my staff twice and use pass without a trace. And go, okay, stay close. And I do my best crouch.
So everybody
Uh,
who's going with gets an extra 10 to their stealth checks.
35.
Fucking wood elf.
35. Well, I rolled a 19, so it helps.
So that trace, I have to be within, I think 30 feet of you, right?
30 feet, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so no plus 10 for me, which is fine. I'm actually reasonably good at stealth.
So, Murray, are you staying back with me and Sahiri, or are you going with the other two?
Well, I mean, I cast pass without a trace, and I was just kind of like, where are we going? They're like, we're going.
I
At
mean,
this point, more than
I'm the
likely,
one that
Garvin
knows
is
where
So-
we're heading. So
Coco is actually flying Wonder Woman's invisible jet.
33, Jesus.
It was a natural 20. So Coco vanishes behind a cloud or something. I don't know.
So- Sahiri, if you're staying with Murray, you have a plus 10,
Yeah.
so it's an 18.
yeah,
so.
which
Yeah.
makes it a decent roll.
Yes, I got 20.
I think Garvin, noticing the rest of them are moving, is just gonna move with them then. I mean, he'll
21.
be off to the side, hidden, but he
Okay.
kind of stays hidden and lagging above them, or
So
in front of them, or whatever.
you guys start moving to the north, and it's very still. It's quiet, other than your typical bird sounds to the trees and things like that. Insects, of course, because there's gigantic bugs out here as well. You guys are making your way north towards the this is actually the Mistcliff Mountains, which I believe it's labeled near at, maybe not. And as you guys are kind of looking around, you don't notice movement, you don't hear any sounds, but as you get closer to the cliffside, number one, you see the area has been cleared. It looks like somebody has done some sort of it's man-made. This isn't natural clearing. You see loose dirt right along the edge of one of the cliffs, and the side of one of the cliffs is actually sheer and flat, whereas other ones seem more craggy.
I want to do an investigation check on that cliff, like, or insight or something, to see if it seems tooled, or if it just
You can give
fell like
investigation.
that for some
Give an
reason.
investigation for that one.
I mean, yeah, it's flat, so.
Yeah, but like that could have been a fault line, or it could have been a tooled thing.
Coco is circling and keeping an eye out for potential threats.
21.
It definitely looks like this was carved in some way. Looks it's too smooth to have been anything, and too straight to have been anything else.
And there's no like pictographs or carving of any kind in the wall. No, it's just a sheer fucking cliff.
Well, you're giving an investigation with a 21. So as you get closer, you see you see a slight indent in part of the wall.
Snoop, snoop, snoop.
Snoop Dogg.
As you get closer to it, it looks like it's a large. It looks like a doorway. I mean, for lack of a better term, but there's no like handle or anything like that. It's flat, but there's this very, very, very thin indent that goes all the way around to create this entryway into the cliff.
I look at it and I say the Elvish word for friend. Because as a child, I read it in a book once. That would work.
Nothing happens.
Okay. He tries this every time there's a secret door anyway. He knows it never like works, but
One day it will. And we're
Gosh,
all
Hey,
gonna be
guys.
really surprised.
I wonder what
Hey,
the
guys.
password for all your secret doors are gonna be.
secret door, of course. Speaking of secret door,
Eh. So, hang on. I'm gonna walk over to like the nearest tree. I'm gonna put my arm around it. I'm gonna tap it with the staff and speak with plants. Tap tap. Hey. So, couple questions. Do you notice people going in there? Number one. Number two. Are your roots in anything really tasty, like dead bodies, decomposing, lots of calcium? You know, nice and delicious. Any of your friends eating pretty good right now?
So you're asking it 5 million and one questions where it has a chance to answer, but it goes.
Yeah.
You kind of get the feeling of it responding back with push. You see it kind of. It almost gives you that feeling of leaning into it.
Yeah.
And yes, you do see that some of the trees around the area seem to be a little bit more nourished.
Ooh. Hey, it's not that I don't love you. I'm just going to talk with these guys for a minute, okay? Hang on a second. I'm going to walk over to one of the more lush trees because it lasts for a little while, and the trees within 30 feet are kind of sentient. And I lean up against the real healthy ones. Hey, beautiful. You're looking good. Where's the really good food? Is it like right under you?
And
bet
it's
it
kind of
is.
next to that disturbed earth that was next to the cliff.
Oh. All right. Thanks, gorgeous. And I'll walk back to the others. Yeah, so push. I
did
point
you
at the
learn
door.
telepathy at some point?
What?
Because I just
By
messaged Govin to mention how much I hate how seductive you get at the tree. Never mind. I go try to push it and fail dismally because I have a -1.
I think Garvin gives a shrug and a nod to you if that's what you asked him. Yeah.
Not you. He was asking Murray.
I mean, here's the thing. If these guys ever wake up, do you think you're gonna survive if the entire forest turns on you?
No.
It helps to be nice. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, and I point at the disturbed earth. Yeah, they're eating some really tasty stuff like here.
People?
Something under there they like.
Should I
Especially
dig it?
Cecilia and Jim over there. Yeah.
Oh, you named
Looking
them.
good.
Lovely.
I mean, again, it's
I
nice.
mean, I'm no judgment this time.
Oh, also, that's not free. Speak with that. Plants 3. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. 3 charges.
All right, so you guys know there's a door that potentially needs to be pushed. You know that there's something buried along the cliff face.
Start digging.
Oh, I just mold earth.
Okay, as you kind of
Oh,
dig
okay.
and you're using mold earth, eventually you find this was a burial pit of some sort. You see most of it's kind of decomposed at this point to really it's just skeletons. So I misspoke earlier in saying it was recent. It just looks like disturbed earth in this, but nothing has grown over top of it.
I
Other
mean,
than pulling from the
recent
plants.
in the scale of a tree is
Well,
different
true.
than recent in the scale of our
Oh,
life.
yeah. I mean, trees are centuries old.
So they're skeletons. There's not much flesh left on the bodies at all. Even some of them had clothes and things like that that have kind of just been ragged and worn. Um, but they're all just kind of look like they were all dumped in there.
So, I know you say their clothes are like ragged and worn, what little they have left. But like any belongings or identifiable markers, I want to figure out like where these people are coming from.
No, they
Like
look
what?
like you don't see any type of markers on them. They're just pretty generic clothing.
What
Okay, how?
Definitely not noble.
race do they seem to be?
Yeah, I
You
was gonna
c-
say like,
it's
how about
it,
their skulls? Like,
it's for the most part they look human.
I mean, because I figure Sahiri's dealt with quite a wide range of races in Waterdeep, so
Yeah, I mean, I feel
I
like all the
mean-
humanoid skulls kind of look the same though.
no.
Except for a halfling, they may look like a child to your eyes. That's right, I can do references too.
But yeah, as far as you can tell, they all look human, not humanoid. Human. They none of them have some of the more elongated features of the elves or no orc skulls. Definitely none of the shorter stature of elves or halflings or gnomes or anything like that.
well, I'm gonna pick sort of the best looking skeleton, skull, and attempt to speak with it.
Okay. Let's see. Speak with dead.
I'm paying attention to the mine door. I'm just gonna sit with my back to what's going on and just keep staring at that door.
So you have 5 questions you can ask.
Before I ask a question, I'm gonna look at everybody, kind of like, what questions do you have? I get
How
5.
did you die?
So I relay, how did you die in common?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
How did you die?
Stabbed.
Were you on a boat at the time?
Yes, ship.
This is audible to all of us, right?
I believe it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's an audible voice coming from the corpse.
Mhm.
Yes.
Ask him if he was betrayed.
Were you betrayed?
No.
Right, so it was probably bandits or pirates.
Or goblins or some other kind of terrible tiny.
Did we want to
everything.
ask it if it's seen birds like Coco?
Is a skeleton capable of seeing?
Well, I mean, when it was alive.
Yeah,
Sure.
but then the question becomes, do we have to describe Coco in intricate detail to the skeleton,
mean-
or can the skeleton somehow visibly sense what Coco looks like right now?
I think the
Which is-
easiest
which is
question
an
would be, were they
interesting
transporting exotic
question.
bird eggs?
Ask it if it was in the care of an egg.
Just ask
Yeah,
it what the name
yeah.
of the ship was.
Were you caring for or transporting an egg? A large egg.
I don't know.
How many is that?
Like-
4 now out of 5?
Like Adrian said, ask it what name of the ship it was on.
Yeah, that's an easy way to narrow
What
down.
was the name of the ship you were on?